Men don't care what happens to society.
Pants. Like, I'm gonna rub your back, I'm gonna cook you a meal, and like you're gonna give me amazing and we're gonna
but here's the thing, right? I don't care how good you are in bed, how good you if you are a quarrelsome woman, if you bring conflict into my life, if you don't add value beyond just this bringing, I don't care how good you are in bed.
Shit, but imagine you're like stressed out and like you're just like, oh, you're just like, oh, I'm so stressed, and like your girl just gets on her knees and she's like shady, you know, like man wants stressed out. I'm just stressed out of you.
Seems like this man is not shallow, and the proof is in the pudding.
Guys, men are tired of the total BS. Men are tired of the nonsense. Men don't care what happens to society. Today's video comes from Alpha Central. I want you to watch in this video to fully understand the reasons why men no longer care what happens to society and how this is going to affect women, society, and all of us going forward. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
Wants a woman that adds value in a relationship. That seems reasonable to anyone.
You ignore me, you get my attention.
What's a toxic trait in a guy that you love?
They reply late.
How late we talking?
Like 24 hours late.
Does that work? You think it works?
Yeah,
it works on you?
works.
How did that make you feel?
Ignored. And ignorance is attractive. What? That's bad. I know.
Sure, she might dig that, but a grown man won't be messing around with those silly games. He'll just straight up say what he's about.
Give me a sauce. What the f is wrong with you?
Just give her the sauce. Just give it to her.
I want to tell you guys something. When men start doing this type of thing where they start waiting 24 hours to respond to a woman, it's a load of total bullshit. We have important lives. We don't have time to mess around like Chad and Tyrone. Chad and Tyrone are laying around all day long because they are broke boys. A true Chad, a true Tyrone, these are broke boys. They lay around, they offer no value to anyone or anything. So they basically have all the time in the world to respond to a message. A lot of guys, we don't have that time. We have fucking jobs. We have important things to do in our lives. So we cannot sit there and oh, I got a message from her. Okay, well, I'm just going to respond to her tomorrow. Bro, I don't even have time to remember you tomorrow. I have other things to do. My world does not revolve around you. I respond to you when I have time to respond to you. All right. That means if I can respond to you right away, I'll respond to you right away. If I can't respond to you right away, I cannot respond to you right away. Women don't comprehend this because they live lives on easy mode. Everything is given to them. Everything is handed to them. So they think that the world revolves around them and that men must inhibit these toxic traits that they like in other men for these men to be attractive. Women are trying to turn you into a toxic man. Men who have value, men who have respect, men who actually decent men. Women are trying to condition men into becoming absolute and utter scumbags that are not suitable to be family men. This is the honest to goodness truth.
She had a ooh.
Yeah, fucking call 911. That's what the fuck you do.
Later, girl. Oh, the sauce on his head. Sauce on his head.
Call.
I'm hungry.
Stupid.
You too, mother.
Listen, fast food workers go through quite a bit every single day, so let's give them at least a little respect.
Do you know that women leave men 80% of the time? And if they're college educated, it's 90. So if you get divorced, it's 80% of the time like the woman leaves. And one of the number one predictors of a divorce is actually if the woman out earns the man.
Oh, I love that. I actually love that. I can't lie.
You love that? You don't think that's kind of
No, I'm like, girl, yeah, you go get that. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Like, why is there like a lack of empathy for men?
It's
like,
not a lack of empathy.
But there is, because like they're breaking up a family, a lifelong commitment, and a home. Your reaction is, go get the bag, sis, or like, I'm so happy for you. When that's actually that's a sad situation. Like, your wife is leaving you. I think there are times where you make less money. Like, my dad's in the top 0.5% of earners. There were times where he was barely making any money.
Yeah.
And my mom stayed because she's a loyal bitch.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to say you go, sis, when you leave a lifelong commitment and a family you made because you out-earned your husband. That's selfish and that's wrong. And you're saying you go, sis, and I say I have a lot of empathy for the men that go through that.
That's one thing that this world lacks, empathy for the man who's now depressed and paying lots of money in alimony and child support.
Thank you, boo-boo, thank you. And I got my money, boo-boo. Now tell your husband that. Tell your husband that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And still bought another car after that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You see, guys, it's such a level of toxicity. Modern women, they want men to lie to them. They want men to be dishonest. And these are the kinds of men that they attract. But then when they want to get married and have children, they want to go and find a plan B guy, a man that they can build their lives off. They don't actually like this guy. A woman can like, guys, the guy who is 6 feet tall, who makes above six figures, who has a six-pack. That's the plan B guy. She does not love that guy. She does not want to spend the rest of her life with that guy. She wants to spend the rest of her life in the streets. If she had to choose one, she would choose Little Poncho. All right? Because that toxic little dude is the man that she loves. She will spend her money on him, and she will spend another man's money on him. And a lot of times that's how they operate. It is a messed up psychology. Absolutely messed up psychology, because it's all based around feelings. And a lot of even guys like psych hacks, they refuse to admit that this is the psychology of these individuals is just downright toxic. He talked about communication. He's a psychologist, and he said he was dating a woman, and he said that he would constantly try to explain to her how her behaviors affect him, and it would just go in one ear and come out the other. And it's like no matter how many times he spoke to her, it's like she was ignoring him. And then one day he just flipped out and screamed at her. And suddenly it's like something flipped. It's like something clicked. And she now understood him. Guys, he does not want to understand. He doesn't want to admit it to himself. It's not that she didn't understand you. She was sitting there deliberately, waiting and observing how far she could push you until you finally exploded. She wanted to turn you toxic. She wanted you to lose your damn mind and your composure. She was waiting for it. She was constantly doing it, pushing it to see how far she could push you until she finally either broke you or determined that, hey, this guy, no matter what I do, he's always going to be a simp. He's a weak man, and I can do whatever I want to him. She was literally watching and waiting to see how far she could push it. Guys, this is the interesting thing. Women push men to their breaking point and towards doing things that they can never take back. And I'm not saying it's right, but this is the behavior. This is the reason why MWA is so important. Men walking away from toxic environments and toxic people. And then you've got the disgusting little simps in the comments like, oh, you guys just don't want to accept that you can't find a woman who likes you and loves you. That's why you're walking away. That's why you're going your own way. Like, this is a level of absolute stupidity. All right? Absolute stupidity. And it's like, guys, these guys are disgusting. These are, we've talked about it before. Gen X has said it, that the reason why Gen X is such a small generation is because they're the ones who survived. And a lot of these people in the millennial generation and Gen Z, they are weak men. And because they didn't have, because they grew up during a period of time where the weak were allowed to continue to survive. That's why, there's so many of these people walking around today. And of course, there are the Karens and Kevins, and Kevins, they were kept, these are the guys who were kept locked inside. So they made it through as well. But these are a bunch of punks. These are a bunch of punks, and they've made our world a much worse place, a much more miserable place, and they're not going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. These are some real scumbags.
Back to the D you go. She was all on Facebook talking about I'm about to get this money. No, you're not.
Looks like justice has been served and someone's keeping their money.
With the lights on or off?
Off.
Morning, evening?
Morning.
Okay, if you could, who's your celebrity crush?
Ryan Gosling.
Do aliens exist?
Yes.
Okay, foot, hand.
What
would you rate your like 1 to 10?
10.
Okay, first place you've ever had.
My bed.
Should the drinking age be 18?
Yes.
Are you a liar?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How big can you take?
10 inches.
10 inches?
Yes.
Oh my god, do unicorns exist? Unicorns?
No.
No, they don't?
No.
13 seconds on the clock, are you ready? Alright, do you miss your ex?
No.
Is love real?
Yes.
Rate yourself 1 to 10.
9.
Okay, 2 countries that start with A.
America.
How much did she say? She can't be serious or even proud of that.
Guys ever look at a woman who is beautiful and then she opens her mouth and then he's like, what a shame.
That's because beauty is in actions, the way you do and say things. It's not all about the looks.
There's nothing worse than liking a woman I just end the video there. No, there's nothing worse than liking a woman and then seeing her as you're scrolling on Instagram, like the random stuff, and then just seeing her simp over some dude's picture. You know, like you're like, is a fitness guy, and you're like, oh, well, you know, I follow fitness accounts. And then she's just like, damn, daddy. And it's like, I don't even, you know, like we hold that against y'all. I just wanted you to know, like, so when you comment, like just like fire emoji, like, damn, I'm like, yo, that's a lot of A's. You need to chill on all those A's. But it make me not feel the same way. Like, I've screenshotted in the past and like, yeah, look at yourself. Like, and she's like, you weren't supposed to see that. Like, I did see that. I don't even know if I want to see you anymore. Like, that's offensive as you're supposed to simp in secret. I shouldn't know about this. Now it's just like, I don't even think of you the same anymore. Like, I don't even know if this is going to work now. Now look at you different.
Simping is a common problem among men and women, but when you're in a relationship, that's a whole new type of wrong.
Money is in your guy's bank account. I got like 12.
Like 70K? Yeah.
70K? What you mean 70K?
What do you mean? My dad gave it to me.
You made me pay for all this shit and you got 70K?
You're my boyfriend. Why wouldn't you pay for my things?
Well, I mean, if you got 70K, I mean, you should be paying for this.
Yeah, but the guy's supposed to pay for the things.
This is a serious problem. Like, I'm not even kidding. I paid for
What are
dinner.
you getting mad at me for?
That was $400.
You're supposed to pay for my
You got 70K?
You're my boyfriend. You're supposed to pay for my
Yo, dude, this is actually...
It's not my fault you're broke. How is that my fault?
We're done, man.
What a shame. This woman has $70,000 and is still trying to make her boyfriend pay for everything.
Guys, I will tell you something. It breaks my damn heart what's happening, but this is how women are, and men are coming to a conscious awareness that of female nature. This is not, we do not need to blame feminism. Feminism did not cause this. Women made a conscious decision to behave this way. They chose these things for themselves. A lot of men today, I can't reach them anymore, because if I tell them stop blaming feminism, because it's suggesting that this magical ideology suddenly changed them and made them into something they were not always. Guys, they always had these views inside of them. They always had this. This was always there. It's not brand new. This is what led to the fall of the Roman Empire. All right? It's not feminism, a simple ideology that did this. Women chose this for themselves. Feminism did not take advantage of women. Women took full advantage of feminism. I want you guys to comprehend that, but many of you never will. You'll continue going on ranting and raving about feminism when the reality is that these are choices that women individually made for themselves, and consequences that now arise are arising because of the actions of women and the choices made by said women. And that's why men don't care. Men do not care what happens to society anymore. Men are chilling at home, having a cold beer, relaxing, and watching as it all burns. Okay? And for women are just going to find themselves in an increased state of poverty, destitution, hardship, and along those lines, as men walk away and say, we're not getting married, we're not having children, we're just going to focus on our own happiness. And that's it. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, join my Substacks for insights on world events, wealth building tips, practical living advice, social issues, and to get a free copy of my digital nomad blueprint, which is linked in the description. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men don't care what happens to society anymore. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And share.